For a long time, I've been obsessed with bringing out the character and personality of my subjects, whether that through paint, sculpture, or embroidery. I'm Joel Cunningham, and I make work which is enjoyable to create, and I hope you feel that too. Whether it be the humor of an absurd scene or a bright, popping color palette. Welcome to my visual world. My work generally splits into two worlds. First, there are the faces. These are figurative works, real and imagined, exploring mental health, vulnerability, and the masks we wear. Sometimes they're heavy, other times they lean into the absurd. Then there are the cityscapes. I take real settings from Sydney to Spain, explore architecture that I love, and places that I've traveled to, and transform them into imagined worlds where I can play with perspective and bold new shapes. My style is a DNA strand of my life. As a kid, I was raised on the surreal, ugly, cute energy of 90s animation, specifically the gritty worlds of Gábor Csupó and real monsters. That rubber hose logic where characters are caught in absurd transitions has stayed with me ever since. In my teens, that energy moved to the streets. I was a graffiti writer, obsessed with the raw, illegal thrill and challenge of getting up. But I also loved the artistic element of the style of tagging and everything up to polished pieces and murals. By my 20s and 30s, after finishing my honours at SCA, those street impulses started colliding with the masters. I became fascinated by the ugly, beautiful philosophy of Philip Guston's plunky forms, the structural rawness of Thomas Houseago's sculptures, and the expressive, unfiltered energy of artists like Reese Lee. You'll see that lineage in my work today, a mix of intentional structure and that original, spontaneous impulse. These influences and my own style development have led to some incredible opportunities. I've reimagined Picasso's Three Musicians for Sydney's award-winning cocktail bar Taylor Room and created large-scale cityscapes for the University of Wollongong in Dubai. Last year's solo show, The Things We Become, was a turning point. It was about that in-between space, child to adult, sense to nonsense. But it also allowed me to launch an initiative in Malawi where we raised over $5,000 to fund Kate McClear's first ever art prize and support local artist teachers like Boston. I'll be making a full video on that journey soon. This channel is my way of pulling back the curtains on the studio, the exhibitions, and the ideas behind the work. If you're into the intersection between art and absurdity, then I'd love to have you along for the ride. See you in the next one.